Welcome all student. Now in this video we are going to learn how the sum of series of numbers can be found out. For example, here the question is given, write a C++ program to find out sum of all numbers between 1 and 5. Before, in previous videos we learned how the numbers can be printed from a starting number to ending number, might be ascending order, might be descending order. But in this case we don't want to print them, we want to find out their sum, addition result. For example, in this case 1 and 5 it is given, so it means the explanation will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, whatever happen that it will print the result. Okay students, so in this case what are the changes or what are the new things we are going to do, that let's discuss at first. Okay, so we have to take here two variable. Why? Now one variable, suppose n, we are taking for what? We will take to make make the series from 1 to 5. One variable we have taken that will make the series from 1 to 5, because 1 to 5 is given. We don't want to print, but we have to continue the loop. Now we have to continue the loop from 1 to 5. For that one variable we have taken. Then one more variable we will take, that is suppose s. So what the s will do, s will take the sum of the numbers. Sum of the numbers in the sense, suppose s, the starting value, the beginning value of s we will declare as 0. So 0 we will sum with 1. So what will be the result? 1. Okay. So who become 1? S become 1. So S will be updated with 1. Then 1 will get plus with the next number, that is 2. So what become the result? 3. So S become 3. Fine students. Then what will happen? The 3 will get sum with the next number, that is 3 from n. So it become 6. Then 6 will get sum with 4, the next number. So it become 10. Next time the 10 will get sum with 5, the next number become, the result will get stored in S. So is the job get done? Is there any other number to find out the sum? No. So job is get done. So what the final value we got in S, that is 15. Understood why we are taking two variable here. One variable we are taking to complete the series from the beginning number till end number, and one more additional variable we are taking to hold the sum, to keep the sum of those numbers. Okay, let me do it in editor, thereafter I can explain it again. So let's go back to the editor. We have to take here two variable, as I told, as I discussed. So n and one more variable I am taking, sum equal to 0, s or sum equal to 0, anything you take of your choice. Fine students, now let's start the loop, because this is again a looping structure. Why? Now so many numbers are there, 1 to 5, it might be 1 to 50, it might be 50 to 1, so many numbers, sum or addition we need to find out. So that's why loop is required. Now we need to specify the initialization. So our question is saying that we have to start from 1, so the initialization has to be 1, and our question is saying that you have to continue till 5, so we have to write here n less than equal to 5. Then we can do plus plus. Why? Because as the series is increasing, like 1 and 5 in between, it means 1 2 3 4 5, the numbers are is in increment order. Okay, so n plus plus we did. So now let's keep the curly bracket. Now we have to find out the sum. So how can we find out the sum? So what is the sum and value now at present? At present the value of sum is 0. So we can write sum equal to, means 0 equal to sum plus, means 0 plus n. 0 plus n means what? What is the beginning value of n? What is the beginning value of n? That is 1. So 0 plus 1 become 1, get stored in sum. Okay, next time when it comes, next time when the loop will come, n value will become what? 2. So 2 will get sum with what? 1. Okay, so let's check the result at first, thereafter I will show it. I will show the explanation or the steps. So it is compiling, students. Let's see what the result is coming. Okay, I forget to print the sum. I forget to print it. So let's print here C out the sum is the result is. So we can print a statement like this so that we will be easily know that what the result is coming or what for the result is coming. So let's see, the sum is how much it is coming, students? 15. So this is the result is perfect. Now let understand the concept. Go to here and check. I am showing it again the explanation. Please all of you notice. So now what is the value of n? At present n value is 1, and at the beginning s value is what, or sum value is what? 0. Okay. Why? How n is 1? Because here we wrote n as 1. Then why the sum is 0? Because here we wrote sum equal to 0. Fine. Thereafter what will happen? Now we have written here sum equal to sum plus n. So sum value is what? 0. 0 equal to 0 plus n value is what? 1. Fine. Understood? This line's explanation I am giving here. So what become the sum? This become what? 0 plus 1 is 1. So this become 1. Who become 1? Sum become 1 because sum we wrote here. Okay. So next time what will happen? 1 equal to 1 plus, because 1 equal to 1 plus y. Now sum equal to sum plus. So 1 equal to 1 plus. What is the next value of n? N value was 1. So it become 2. So 1 plus 2. It become how much? 3. So 3 will get stored here. Next time what will happen? 3 plus what? Next value 3. So 3 plus 3 is what? 6. So sum, the next value of sum becomes 6. Next time 6 become 6 will get sum with whom? Next value 4. So 6 plus 4 is what? 10. So 10 will get stored here. Hope all of you are understanding the concept. Now this will get replaced with 10 plus what? Plus 5. 5. So 10 plus 5 is what? 15. So 15 will be updated in sum. Is there any number to find out the sum? No, because we gave the loop will continue till 5. So the job is over. So what we stored in sum? 15. So when we print at last when we print sum, then it is printing the sum is 15. Okay, this was the explanation. Now suppose student, you might have doubt why this, after the loop, why the cout statement is written. Why, student? Now after I find out the sum, the final result I want to bring on my screen. I repeat, after I find out the job, this is what the job is getting done within the loop. That's why this is the processing. The process is going on in between the loop. So after the loop get over, it will come out and it will show you the result. That's why I kept it outside. Let's keep it inside and check what it is doing. We will keep it inside the for loop. So let's see what it is doing. It will print the answer, but the answer will be in detail form. Detail form in the sense, students, just understand, try to, the sum is 1. At first 0 plus 1 is 1, so 1 it is printing. Next the sum is how much? The sum is 3. Why 3? Because 2 plus 1 is 3, so become 3. Thereafter the sum is 6. How come 6? Because previous value was 3 and now n get increment by 3, so it get 3 plus 3, 6. Then the sum is 10. So 6 plus 4 is 10. It is printing 10. Then the last final result also it's printing. The sum is 15. So 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 it is printing. Understood why it is printing repeatedly? You better use your endl so that you can understand the concept. Endl. I am using endl and compiling. You check please. Then more nicely you can understand. See, it is printing all the intermediate results. What we were doing here, na? So that it is printing all the intermediate results. In between, what are the results it is finding out? All it is printing, which we don't require. We require only the final result. That's why, student, during doing the program for sum, always the print statement you keep outside the loop. Keep outside the loop, remember, so that after the job get over, after the job get complete, it will print the result. It will print the result as sum. Okay, students, going to see how we can find out the sum of a series of number and how we can exclude a particular number. So the question is given, we have to find out the sum of all the numbers between 25 and 5, that is reverse order, and we don't want to include 11. Suppose in between I don't want to include 11. Fine. Question you need to understand, students, very nicely, as we got the beginning number, we got the ending number, and we got the number which should not be included within the loop. Let's go to the editor and try. So this is the editor where we did the previous program. So I'm just doing the changes here. So sum as we need to take. So this line is perfect, no need to remove. Now let's see what is the beginning. So the question is saying that we have to start the number from 23 till 5. So 23 till 5. So the beginning we specify here n equal to 23, and as it goes in reverse order, descending order, so you can specify n greater than equal to 5. 23 to 5 it is given. So we gave the initialization from 23, condition we gave till 5. Okay. Then we have to do here minus minus as the loop is continuing behind. As the loop is continuing behind 23 till 5. So thereafter the sum we did here and the sum we printed here. But in this case, who should not be included, students? Who should not be included? The 11 should not included. But if we don't put any condition in between the for loop, so it will sum 11 as well. But we don't want to include 11. So we have to make a conditional structure here, as we did before. Previous videos we have seen this, n not equal to 11. It means if n is not equal to 11, if n is not 11, then only the sum will be finded out. Otherwise it won't find out the sum. Otherwise, in the sense, if n is 11, it will continue the loop, but it won't find out the sum of 11. It won't include 11 in the sum, with the sum. Okay, that's why when the loop starts here, it checks and goes minus minus. It check here whether it is 11 not equal to 11 or not. If it is not equal to 11, then it will take the sum and continue with the loop. When it becomes 11, that time it won't find out the sum and it will continue false, like it will continue of its own. No need of finding sum in that case. Thereafter, it continue the loop until unless the n is more than 5, sorry. Thereafter the answer is printing here, the sum is sum. Fine, it is printing the answer. Let's check the answer, how much we are getting. It is compiling, just wait. Let's see. See, the sum is 255 we are getting. Suppose, student, you will say let include 11 and check how much is coming. So I am removing this line from here. Okay, now check what will be the answer. Answer should be 266. Let's check, because 11 is getting plus. So let's check what the answer you are getting. Please check. Yes, the answer is 266. Now hope all of you understood. If we exclude 11, then how much is coming, and including 11, how much we are getting. Okay. Now let's go and exceed. Suppose the question I am increasing, like except 11, and suppose I am saying we don't want to include 15 as well. So what will become? First we have to give 15, then we have to give 11. I don't want to include 15 as well as 11. Okay, two numbers should be excluded. So you go editor and check what we have to do now. What we have to do now, students? We have to write here 15 as it goes in descending order. First you give the bigger number, that is 11. Then you use the AND operator, which we learned in last videos. So AND operator, then n not equal to what? 11. So it means 15 and 11 both get excluded from the sum. It won't find out the sum of 15 as well as 11. So check what the result is coming. Previously the result was 255 excluding 11. Now 15 also will come out from there. So 255 minus 15, how much will be there? 240. So let's check how much we are getting the result. Yes, we are getting 240. It means our result is okay. It is fine. As I told you before, not only blindly you do the program, but also you should check whether the output what it is providing is perfect or not, is matching or not. Okay, students, now let's go for the next concept. So in the next concept, what I am doing now, I am changing to even number. I am changing to even number or odd number. So write a C++ program to find out sum of all odd numbers. I am doing odd numbers between I am giving suppose 13 to 55, except suppose say 25. Okay, so how many conditions here I provided? I provided two conditions. One is that it should be odd number, and one is that it should not, there should not be 25, because 25 also is an odd number, so it should not be included in between. Okay, you got the beginning in the question, end in the question, and the condition also you got as odd number, and 25 should be excluded. So let's go back to editor and try. So what will be my beginning here? 13. What will be my ending here, as the number is continuing in ascending order? So we have to write 13 and till what it is continuing, what we have gave in the question, students, 55. So you need to specify here 55. Then n minus minus, doing n minus minus, it goes down, but in this case 13 to 55 it is ascending order, so we need to specify here plus plus to increment way the number will keep proceeding. Fine. Now we need to provide for even numbers. So how the even number to be finded out? N mod symbol we have to use 2 equal to 0. So this is for even number. So what for we can do for odd number? We can specify here 1, so that it will become 1, means it is a odd number, so it will find out the sum of the numbers. Fine. So it means in this case it will find out the sum of all the odd numbers. N modulus 2 equal to 1. We can take a remainder variable also, then we can store the answer in remainder or R, then we can check also, but it will be again lengthy process. So let's do directly this process also, already we learned before. Okay students, now what to be included, what to be excluded? We don't want to print, we don't want to find out the sum of 25. So 25, how we can exclude from here? We can write here and operator n not equal to 25. Try to understand this concept, this is little new. So in this case what I am doing, is it a odd number? I am checking. If it is a odd number, then it will proceed ahead. If it is a even number, it won't come to here, because even number means it won't be 25, so unnecessary it won't go there. Fine. So if it is a odd number and it is not equal to 25, then only the sum will be finded out, and sum will be printed at last after completion of the loop. Okay, hope all of you understood the concept. Let compile and check. The result is coming how? See, it is coming 723. It's fine. Okay, the same question if I provide you with even number, so simply you need to make here 0. Simply you need to make here 0, and you can compile, and 0 if it is even number, then 25 the won't come only 25, because 25 is not a even number. So in your question it might be 22 or 24, obviously, because even number is given means even number to be excluded. But these things are okay, no problem. So compile and check the answer. It is coming 690. So it depends students, it depends like how much or what the question you are having, accordingly you have to do the program, accordingly the design you have to do the program. Question might be in ascending order, might be for even number, might be for odd number, does not matter. If once your concept is clear, your motto is clear, your fonda is clear about the programs, then no program will stop you. You can write programs very nicely, very confidently, very properly, and without any having any error. Okay students.